सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Yeah. See, this Vedanta, when we are talking as Sat, Chit, Ananda, etc., 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 it is very true. But without the element of devotion, it doesn't work. So what you have to do is to recognize what is that ultimate, that consciousness. You have to, through the disciplines set there as the Avasthatraya Sakshi, the witness of all the three states of consciousness, you have to do that and find out this Atman in you as the consciousness which is common in all the three states of consciousness, as the consciousness that invigorates, that enlivens all the other factors. You have to know that. But that, is it a mere consciousness like electricity? Some energy? No, it's an intelligent factor. It's a factor with love. It's serving you. It's loving you. So that consciousness, invoke it, relate to it as God. Then only it will bless you faster. That consciousness, invoke it as God, Krishna, Rama, your Ishta Devata. And this consciousness is also existence. This consciousness, this existence is the same in all. Is the same in all. That is the essence in you. Therefore, that is the essence in all. So, you see all of them to be your Ishta Devata, Krishna, Rama, etc., etc., etc. Then you must understand that this intelligent factor, the all-loving God, is taking care of you. So He alone is managing the world. So if He is giving you some experiences which are unpleasant, He knows that you need it. Take them with pleasure, with gratitude. Why things become unpleasant? Because you still dependent upon the body, mind, intellect. If you are detached from body, mind, intellect, nothing is unpleasant. So this should be the right attitude of practice. You should not merely repeat, Atma, Anatma, Adhyasa, Apavada. No, bring in devotion into that. Bring in devotion. That's what Bhagavata also says. Naishkaryamapi achyuta bhava varjitam na shobhate jnanam alam niranjanam. Niranjanam, the impure, the pure. Niranjanam, free from dust, free from dirt. That knowledge, without any mala, na shobhate, it doesn't appeal. It's not beautiful without the names of Bhagavan. Naishkaryam, this path of actionlessness, this Vedantic path, Achyuta Bhava Varjitam, without devotion to Achyuta, it doesn't have beauty, na shobhati. So, this is what you have to practice, right? Because we are all the time talking about Atma, Anatma, Satchidananda, Adhyasa, Apavada. Don't be carried away by those words. Those words are meant, those logics are meant for you to identify that consciousness. It is inevitable. But understand that consciousness is God. That consciousness, that which is in you, is the essence of everything in the world, nothing other than that. When you see that consciousness, you do not see birth, death, consequent sorrows. So therefore, this is what you have to practice. This is what you have to practice. Right? Now, let's go to the text. I have a good news. I was waiting for more people to come. I think almost all have come, or still I wait another 2 minutes. I'll wait because I have an announcement for you all. Right. I'll wait for another 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so that one or two people who come also don't miss. Otherwise, also it will be put in the group. So I will tell you now because I don't want to stop in between the class. See, I am doing this only next week, 2 classes with this. So I may come closer to 380. As on today, as on right now also, all that you need to know has been given by the compassion of our Guru Parampara. They are giving more and more information so that you will be comfortable to live what they suggest. Additional information. But all details have been given up to now. There's nothing pending. Hereafter, mostly repetitions. Therefore, I said, I will stop. But then I saw lot of you, about 17, 18 of you, are very sincere. You may feel disappointed when I stop in between. So what I have done is, I have asked Lalita, because she has already heard this from me. You know, all our teachers, about 20 of them, not only know the subject, they are all living in God. So when they talk, it is effective. In that 20 people whom you know is Kaushi, Lalita, Harsha. When they talk, it definitely will touch you because they are living in that experience. So I have requested Lalita, since she has already heard me, to complete the text, right? So I will be stopping next Friday, 2 classes, Monday and Friday, and she will take over. Okay, and don't try to think, oh, Lalita, he was taking, and now Lalita substitute. No, Lalita, Kausi, Harsha are far, far superior to me. I'm not trying to be humble, that's the truth, because they have the advantage of several things. One of the insignificant thing is modern education, right? More than that, their devotion, their purity. So therefore, they'll be very effective. Do not miss to listen to Lalita after I withdraw from these classes next Friday. Okay. Yeah. Now, the topic is how to know this consciousness. There are several factors. I told you that which is common in all your states of consciousness, that which is we doesn't change in childhood, youth, and old age. So that which is constant and that it enlivens. This is one way of seeing it. There is another way. All seen is not you. They are objects. The seer is the subject. So that's a simple way to find out this consciousness. I dismiss the word, it is seen. I dismiss my body, it is seen. I dismiss my mind, it is seen. I dismiss my intellect, it is seen. I can't dismiss the seer. I can't dismiss the seer. That seer is the essence. So that seer seen, Druk Drishya Viveka, is one of the very popular meditations that he is taking now. Sarvatmana Drishyamidam Rusheva Naivahamartaha Chenikat Vadarshana Janam Yaham Sarvamiti Pratitihi Kutohamadehe Chenikasya Siddhye. All this seen world is Chenika, momentary. And in that word, even this ego is only a pseudo one, a shadow. It's not real. The ego itself is an imagination. It's not real. And this unreal ego, trying to come in contact with the unreal world, says, I know, I feel, I experience. How that experience can be real? The unreal ego coming in contact with the unreal world says, I know. That I know itself is false. Right? So, whatever you know, I see, you say. If you are seeing it, it's an object. I know. You know something. It's an object. I hear. You are hearing sound. It's an object. Whatever you say, I know, I see, I hear, they are all objects. They are not real. Aham padartha swahamaadi sakshi nityam sushuptava pibhava darshanat brute hejo nitya iti srute swayam tat pratyagatma sadasat vilakshanaha. But the real Atma is that which is the witness in all the three periods of time. that which illumines to you what exists, that which illumines to you what doesn't exist. In this room, TV is there, chair is there, everything is there. But in this room, you are not there. My consciousness is illumining things that are there, things that are not there also. Things that are there, things that are not there also. That is the consciousness. Vikarinam swavikara vetta nitya avikaro bhavitum samarhati manorhata swapna sushupti sushputam punaha punardrashtum asattvameta yoho. So, if something is seeing all the changes and remembering them, it itself cannot undergo change. If I remember my childhood, if I remember my youth, if I remember my old age, I should have been the same person who experienced childhood, youth, and old age. If I also change, memory is not possible because your experiences I cannot remember. If I had changed, I cannot remember. So this truth, who sees all changes, has to be changeless. And we are seeing everything coming and going. Everything is continuously changing. That which changes cannot be real. That which sees the changing is the changeless reality. Ato abhimanam teja mansa pinde pindabhimaninya vibuddhi kalpite kalatraya bhadyam akandabodham jnatva swam atmanam upehi shantim. Having known this, that which is not affected by three periods of time, past, present, and future, akandabodham, the indivisible knowledge, consciousness, Natva, having known that, as yourself, in yourself, you attain peace, because everything else is not you, and all sorrows belong to that which is not you. You only have to disown them, just detach. And why you are feeling sad? Why you are feeling sorrow? Because you feel you are the body, you feel you are the mind, you feel you are the intellect. Solution, does it lie with God? You have to know that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect, and you are that consciousness which illumines all of them. Solution is with you, not with God. He cannot do anything. He has given himself to you, sitting in your heart. What more can he do? You only have to recognize him. You only have to recognize. Why you are missing, not recognizing? Extrovert. Why extrovert? You think you are this body. So he says, Ataha abhimanam tyaja mansa pinde. This fleshy body, stinking body, your abhimana, your identification with that, tyaja, leave. Only then you can experience and enjoy that state of divinity. As Gurudev says, you cannot be in dream and waking at the same time. You can only be in one dimension. That consciousness is the fourth dimension. Three dimensions are waking, dream, deep sleep. That is Turiya, beyond the fourth. Turiya means just fourth, that's all. Body, mind, intellect, three. That is beyond that, Turiya. Turiya means fourth. Right? So you have to detach from this body, mind, intellect, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and see the seer of them. And that is you. Keep this knowledge, body will pain. Mind will agitate. Intellect will get disturbed. But with this knowledge, that's all right. They all come and go. It's necessary in the path of evolution, right? God gives them. Let them come and go. You have the peace here and allow them to pass on. That is the difference. For an ignorant man thinks that is real. Enlightened man thinks that is only transactional, it moves. Right? So that's all. You can't change even everyone Praradha. Your body has to go through certain disease, it has to go through. Your mind has to get agitated, it will has to get agitated. Vasanas are still there. But that is not yourself. That's not yourself. That's all you have to do. Tyaja abhimanam kuda gotra nama rupa ashrameshu ardra shava asriteshu lingasya dharmanapi katrutadi tyakva bhava akanda sukha swarupaha. Bhava akanda sukha swarupaha. Akanda indivisible. Sukha blissful. Swarupa, that's your nature. Why you are not experiencing? Because you are having abhimana with that mamsapinda and then kula, gotra, nama, rupa. And with this stinking foul body, Ardha Shava, this body, Ardha Shava, corpse. This body is only a corpse without that Chaitanya. Ardha Shava, Asriteshu, depending on that. Depending on that, you are experiencing all things that are not real. How to get out of that, sir? Is it possible? I am going to be ruthless and merciless in answering this. Why it is not possible? You are experiencing the pain and the sorrow and all this because of that Krishna in you. Without him, can you experience? If you see him and have a link to him, why it is not possible? You are so ungrateful. You are so sensuous. Your value is for the external world. You do not recognize that Lord in you does not take 1 second rest. Even when you sleep, he doesn't sleep. You are very ungrateful. Therefore, you say, is it possible? You don't deserve even to be answered. Because an ungrateful man, sorry, I have to, then only probably it may work. I don't know. Santyadhe pratibandhaha santyanye pratibandhaha punsaha samsara hetavo drushtaha tesham ekam moolam prathama vikaro bhavati ahankaraha. There are so many obstacles in this experience, but in that the primary one is ahankara. You have to know what is ahankara. There is something called aham. Aham is I, which you say, aham brahma asmi, I am that Brahman. It's called aham because all your letters are from A to Ha. It's aham because everything is in these letters. There's nothing beyond them. Everything is in this aham. That is God. I am is common in all. I, the existence. When I say I am, it's existence and life together. Otherwise, you cannot say am. And you cannot say I. Without consciousness, you cannot say I. Without existence, you cannot say am. So I am, you are that existence consciousness. That is common in all. We start introducing, I am so and so, I am so and so. It's common. And therefore, that is true. What is not common? I am a man. Lucky. I am a Hindu. Everybody is today fanatic without trying to know what it is. They think just forwarding messages on Hinduism and emotional messages, they are doing a great service. You have to know what it is. You have to live. You have to propagate. You are not doing any of that. You have to learn. You have to live. You have to propagate. You are not doing anything like that. Just emotional excitement and forward. Right? Majority of WhatsApp users belong to the forward community. Right? And therefore, know that. And then get out of this confusion that you are the body, you are the mind, you are the intellect, and depending on that. And then, if you leave that, what will happen? If you leave horrible dream, what will happen? You will be the comfortable waker. If you leave this, what will happen? You will be Akhanda Sukha Swarupaha. And why you have to leave? This is the primary obstacle. What is? Ahankara. Aham is okay. I am. I have an opinion about me. I am man. Refers to the body. Right? I am young. 28 years. Reference to the body. Right? I am good. Mind. I am peaceful. Mind. All that opinions about me is called akara, form. Aham with akara is ahankara. Ahankara. This ahankara is the root cause of all our sorrows. How does it start? With the feeling that you are this body. Dehatma buddhi. Dehatma buddhi. Yavat syat swasya sambandho ahankarena duratmana pavan na lesha matrapi mukti varta vilakshana. That which is opposite to this ahankara, vilakshana. As long as, since it is vilakshana, you are holding to the wrong side, you cannot detect the right one. Yavat syat swasya sambandha ahankarena duratmana. This evil fellow who stays with you, is fed by you, is all the time trying to stab you at the right time. Duratmana. Pavat na lesha matropi. You cannot have even an iota. Mukti varta. Even the word mukti varta also not possible for you. As long as you identify with the body, mind and intellect. Ahankara grahan muktaha swarupam upapadyate. Ahankara grahan muktaha, not graha. Ahankara grahan muktaha swarupam upapadyate. Chandra vit vimalaha purnaha sadanandaha swayam prabha. Sadanandaha swayam prabha. Vimalaha. What lovely words. What lovely words. How can you enjoy them without a little Sanskrit? Because translations would look so beautiful. Vimalaha, Swayam Prabha, Sadananda. That self, if you want to experience and enjoy them, you have to get rid of this ahankara. Ahankara, graha, it's a, graha is that planet, Rahu, Ketu and all that, right? Grahas. So that graha hides the Rahu. Rahu or Ketu hides Surya or Chandra. What is those grahas? They are called Chaya grahas. Real grahas are only 7. Rahu, Ketu, Chaya grahas, together 9. And science also says they are shadows, shadow of the earth covering the sun and the moon. That's eclipse. Shadow. Science also says, our people also say, Chaya grahas. So therefore, they are not real. Please, very, very important subject I am discussing. They are Chaya grahas. Therefore, not real, shadow. Right? They are covering the sun and the moon. Can they cover? Sun and the moon are many, many times more than the earth. How these shadows can cover? They are covering your eyes. And who brought the shadow? Shadows are created by light. Without light, shadow cannot be created. It is Chandra, it is Surya that created the shadow. And that which is created by them conceals them. Right? Similarly, your ego, your ahankara, your ignorance is created by you and covers this self. When that graha moves away, chaya moves away, shadow moves away, the bright sun and the moon are seen. When this ahankara moves away, the bright Atma is seen. Now, very simple experiment I have done with children of 7-8 years. And they all enjoyed it. Let me see whether these children will enjoy it and know it. Can you be happy with greed? Can you be happy with jealousy? Can you be happy with anger? Can you be unhappy with love? In love, there is no ego. In jealousy, in anger, in greed, there is ego. Where there is ego, there is sorrow. Where there is no ego, there is love, which is happiness. Can Vedanta be simpler than this? It's simple, it's complete. What gives you sorrow is your ego. What is ego? Your own imagination of your identity as the body. Because of that, you have jealousy, you have greed, you have anger, because you see others to be different. And when you drop that, you see all to be yourself, therefore love. Identification. Love is identification. When you see yourself in all others, there is love, there is happiness. Very, very, very simple, effective, practical Vedanta. Ahankara graha muktaha yova pure sohamati pratito buddhya praklupta tamasati mudhaya tasyaiva nisheshatayo vinashe brahmatma bhavaha pratibandha sunyaha. This brahmatma is concealed by this tamasa, ignorance, darkness. Ati mudaha, doctorate in stupidity. Right? And this covers that blissful self. And now there is a very, very lovely example. Beautiful example. See, Vivekachudamani is not for hearing alone. It's so beautiful when you go on reflecting on that. Because the examples Sri Shankara gives are so beautiful. How can you get all the essence and beauty when you hear to me, who is trying to complete in 20 classes, which people are taking 10 years to do this book? 5 years, 10 years they are doing. I am finishing in 20, 30 classes. How can you get the whole thing? You have to read it and enjoy yourself. That's a beautiful example here. Brahmananda Nidhi Mahabalavata Ahankara Gorahina Samvestyatmani Rakshate Gunamayehi Chendaihi Tribihi Mastakaihi Vignanakhya Mahasina Shrutimata Vichidya Shishatrayam Nirmulya Aham Imam Nidhi Sukhakaram Dhiro Anubhuktum Kshamaha. Dhiraha, the wise one, the brave one. Anubhuktum, to enjoy. Kshamaha, becomes fit. When he eliminates this serpent. What is this serpent? Brahmananda Nidhi, treasure. You have a treasure in you which is infinite bliss. Ananda, bliss or happiness. Brahma, biggest, glorious. Brahmananda, the highest bliss is in you. Right? And that one is circled by this Ahankara Gora Ahina. Ahi means serpent. Gora Ahi, terrible serpent. Who is that? Ahankara. This bliss is not experienced by you because of this Ahankara Gora Ahi. Samvestya, it has pervaded it, it has encircled it. Atmani Rakshate Gunamayehi Chandaihi Stribi Mastakaihi. It has 3 heads. What are 3 heads? Body, mind, intellect. Sattva, Rajo, Tamo, Guna. They are all the same. Sattva, Rajo, Tamo, Guna, body, mind, they are all the same. They are not different. So, Trimastakaihi. Right? That's why Bhuva Suvaha. They are also limited. What is the truth? Tat Savitu Varenyam. Who illumines these 3? Who illumines these 3? Bhuva Suvaha Tat Savituhu Varenyam. Who illumines these 3? Right? So these 3 heads, body, mind, intellect, past, present, future, Sattva, Rajo, Tamo, waking, dream and deep sleep. With these 3 heads, it encircles the God that you are. Therefore, you have to cut its head and take the treasure. Treasure is hidden there. The treasure of Brahmananda. And it's encircled by the serpent. You have to eliminate it. How will you eliminate? You need a sword. What is the sword? Vignanakhya Mahasina Asi sword. Vignanakhya, with the sword of discrimination. Shruti Mata, supported by the Shruti. Vichidya, cutting asunder. Shisha Trayam, these 3 heads. Nirmulya Ahimimam Niti Sukhakaram. Retrieve this treasure, Sukhakaram, the blissful one, Dhiraha, the brave one, Anubhuktum Chamaha, he becomes fit for that. Right? Yavadva Yat Kinchit Vishadosha Spurti Rasti Ched Dehe Katamaropya Bhavet Tvadahantopi Yogino Muktayai even if there is a little trace of the poison, how will you become fit to enjoy this blissful immortal state? So even a little of this trace of this egoistic poison has to be eliminated. You can't say, I am little dreaming. Either you are dreaming or you are not dreaming. Right? So completely eliminate this. You cannot have a trace of it. Ahamotyant nivritya tatkruta nana vikalpa samvritya pratyak tattva vivekadi aham asmi iti vindate tattvam. Aham asmi. What? This pratyagatma. I am this blissful self. He realizes when he eliminates that pseudo imposter, the ego. Ahamo ati atyanta nivritya. He tries to cover it with so many various factors. Right? Eliminate them and discover the real I and say, this is me. Right? Aham asmi. This is me. Eliminate the pseudo ones. Right? What is this ahankara? Some clues to meditate. I am so and so. Identification with name and form. Mine. This is mine. I and mine. Aham mama. Then I am the doer, karta. I am the enjoyer, bhokta. Aham, mama, karta, bhokta. These are the main four aspects of ahankara. You have to eliminate them. Ahankare katra ahamiti mati muncha sahasa vikaratmane atma pratipala jushi swastitim ushi. Swastitim ushi. Live in that your own state. And jushi, leave that. What is that? Vikaratmani atma pratipala jushi. In that changing self. Muncha ahankare katra ahamiti. I am the actor. I am the actor. I am the doer. That mati, that idea, muncha, living. Yadhyasat prapta jeni mruti jara dukkha bahulaha pratichi chinmurte tava sukatanoho samsmruti priyam. Because of this imposter, you experience janma, asti, bhati, asti, jayate, born, vardate, grows, என்னம்மா
விபரிணமதே அபக்ஷீயதே.
அது கடைசியில் அதுக்கு முன்ன அபரணம்
விபரிணமதே சேஞ்ச் ஆகுது. விபரிணமதே
ரைட். ஓகே. விபரிணமதே ஜாயதே வர்ததே விபரிணமதே. தென் சொல்லுமா, மைண்டுக்கு சுவிட்ச் ஆஃப் ஆயிருக்கு.
Apakshiyate, sir. Then vinash.
It ends. That is, it exists, grows, burn, grows, changes, decays, disease, death. These are the 6 modifications of the body. right? Through these 6 modifications, it conceals your real nature and becomes the cause of your transmigration. सदैकरूपस्य चिदात्मनो विभोः आनन्दमूर्ते अनवद्यकीर्तेः नैवान्यथा क्वापि विकारिणस्ते विना अहम् अध्यास अमुष्य संस्कृतिः. There is no other cause for your transmigration into this miserable world of finite nature other than your ahankara. That alone is the cause. Otherwise, what are you? Sada ekarupasya chidatmanaha vibhoho, all pervading. Ananda murte, your blissful one. Anavadya kirte, blemishless name, blemishless glory. You are that. You are that. Ananda murti, anavadya kirte. Tasmad ahankaramemam shushetrum bhuktru gale kantakavat pratitam vichidya vignana mahasina sputam bhunksha atma samrajya sukam yadeshtam. Therefore, yadeshtam. Vendi alavukku yadeshtam. You use it in colloquial language also. Yadeshtam. As much as you want. Bhunksha, enjoy. What? Atma Samrajyaskam, that happiness born out of the sovereignty over the kingdom of Atma Samrajya. How? You have to eliminate this ahankara. How? He is our enemy. Swashetrum, Bhoktru Gale Kantakabati. Like the, Kantaka is the thorn in your neck, the thorn in your throat. You have to eliminate the thorn in your throat. This ahankara should be eliminated. Ichidya, with what? Vijnana maha asina, with this word of discrimination. The throat, the thorn in the throat, do not try to cut it with the sword. But this thorn in you had to be eliminated through Vijnana Asi. Tato ahamadehe vinivatya vrittim samtyakta ragaha paramartha labha tushnim samaswatma sukhanubhutya purnatmana brahmani nirvikalpaha. Nirvikalpaha, free from agitations, free from duality. Free from agitations, free from duality, free from doubts. All are vikalpas. You get established in that Purnatma, that complete self, blissful self of yours, Brahmani, Tushni, quiet, peaceful, Samasa Atma Sukhanubhuti, enjoying that beauty, that divine experience. How? Ahamade vinivatya vrittim, trying to detach from that ahankara vritti. Samtyakta ragaha paramartha labha. Leave your attachment to those things by trying to tune and enjoy that paramartha, that supreme state of being. Samula kruttepi mahan aham punah ullikhitah syad yadi chetasa kshanam sajivya vikshepasitam karoti nabhasvata pravrishi varido yatha. See some clouds. Wind comes and blows them off. Again some other clouds come. The clouds are not eliminated. Similarly, if you are not very careful, attentive, when you are listening to somebody or reading the book, the clouds may move. But the winds of the worldly winds of desires, etc., will again bring new clouds. You have to be attentive, vigilant. निगृह्य शत्रोः अहमो अवकाशः क्वचिन्न देयो विषयानुचिन्त्य स एव सञ्जीवरहेतुरस्य प्रक्षीण जम्बीरतरोः इव अम्बुः जम्बीरतरोः अम्बुः इव the citron tree. It's almost dry, it's going to die, but a shower can make it again with life. So also you have almost purified yourself, but something attraction somewhere can again enliven this tree of samsara to you. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. देहात्मना संस्थित एव कामी विलक्षणः कामयिता कथं स्यात् अतो अर्थसन्धान परत्वमेव भेद प्रसक्त्या भवबन्ध हेतुः. From here he is going to take up ध्यायतो विषयान् चित्तः संगस्येषु उपजायते. Read it in Bhajagovindam, Gita. Okay. Right. Dehatmana samstita eva kami. This fellow who desires is fellow who believes he is the body. Dehatma, he believes he is the body. Therefore, body being incomplete, imperfect, he wants to complete it, make it perfect. Therefore, he desires. Avidya, kama, karma. Ignorance of the self makes you feel inadequate. And because of the inadequacy, to make it complete, you have desires. Right? And what is that? It's full, it's complete, and therefore no desires. So what? This is Dehatma. That is what? Vilakshanaha. The opposite of it, full and complete. How katham kamayita syat? How can it come under the sway of desires? Ataha artha sandhana paratvameva bheda prasaktya bhavabandha hetu. Ato artha sandhana. Therefore, what is the cause of your misery is you are trying to identify, you are trying to align with the artha, the material world of objects. कार्य प्रवर्धनात् बीज प्रवृद्धिः परिदृश्यते कार्यनाशात् बीजनाशः तस्मात् कार्यं निरोधयेत्. When the seed fully blossoms, blows out, tree comes and the tree grows. The seed brings out the tree and both grow. And the tree again gives seeds. Seed, tree, again the tree gives seeds. Now what to do to eliminate the seeds? Cut off the tree. Cut off the tree. Seed is the cause, tree is the effect. Normally, you should remove the cause to end the effect. There is some disease in you, fever, etc. are only symptoms, effects. By removing the effects, you cannot get cured normally. But in some cases, causes are subtle, you cannot see. Remove the effects, causes will be removed. Remove the effects, causes will be removed. Vasana vruddhitah karya buddhaya cha vasana vardhate sarvada pumsah samsaro na nivartate. Through vasanas, this world of activity grows Through activity, you gain vasanas. And now, you cannot know the vasanas, but you have control over the actions. Try to control them, make them selfless. That is the example of the tree. Tree is the effect. Through the elimination of the effect, eliminate the cause. Work is the effect of the vasanas. Vasanas you cannot, but action you can regulate and give it a direction, selfless direction, and end the egoistic actions. Samsara bandha vichityehi tad tadvayam pradahedhyati vasana buddhihi etabhyam chintaya treya bahi. If you want to cut off the samsara vriksha, that which makes you go from sorrow to sorrow, these two things you have to do: brooding over objects and egoistic, desire-prompted activities. Tabhyam pravardhamana sasute samsruptimatmanah prayanam chayopayah sarvavastasu sarvada sarvatra sarvatah sarva brahmatra avalokanaihi sarvatra brahma matra avalokanaihi sarvatra brahma matra avalokanaihi. Very important word. Sadbhava vasanad dadya tatrayam layamashnuti. What are the traya? Chinta, karma, samsruti, vasanas. Samsruti. With these vasanas, right? These are the three. These are the three. How they can be ended? I told somebody, as long as you have some value for the world outside, you cannot escape sorrow. Right? So you should not have any value for the outside world. Though that person said, it's a great revelation, and ended. I knew there is a problem there. How will you cut off from the world? I was prepared and kept an answer. I told that person to ring me to give the answer, but that person has not rung up because some words they caught and they think that's the end of it. Right? So here, you should not have value for the world. How is it possible? I have to transact with all of you. How can I not discriminate? This person is useful, this person is good, that person is not good. Without discriminating, how will I act? Without knowing who is good, what is good, how will I act in the transaction? And that means I have value for some, a negative value for some. And as long as you have a value, you are in trouble. How will you lose the value? Seeing in both the values the Lord only. When you see in good, in bad, in comfort, in pain, all different forms of God, your particular attachment to a value for the world will go. Thereafter, you have discrimination only for transaction. You don't depend, there is no egoistic value. Everything is Lord. Comfort is Lord, sorrow is Lord, good is Lord, evil is Lord. But transactional way, you know how to deal with them. Right? That way, you leave that which gives you sorrow and still work in the world. So that Sarvatma Bhava, that is why is emphasized everywhere. In Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, when Bhagavan concludes his discourse on Dhyana Yoga, 4 verses he gives only on Sarvatma Bhava. Bhagavata, everywhere it says. And at one place he says, once you have got Sarvatma Bhava, thereafter nothing for you to do. Bhagavata says that. Ultimate thing is Sarvatma Bhava. That's the simple, practical way. Because the duality is mind. Duality is mind. Sarvatma Bhava ends duality, therefore ends mind. Swamiji's formula, God plus mind is man. Man minus mind is God. Okay. So if duality has to go, Sarvatma Bhava, you have to develop. Okay. Kriya nashe bhavet chinta nashaha asmad vasana chayaha vasana prakshayoho mokshaha sa jivan muktihi ishyate. Kriya nashe, when activities are gone, this chinta goes and then vasanas go and then you will get liberated. So start stopping with the kriya. With the destruction of kriya, chinta, vasanas all will be eliminated and you will become jivan mukta. Sadvasanas purti vijrumbhane sati asau vilinapya ahamadi vasana ati prakruštapya aruna prabhayam viliyate sadhu yatha tamisraha. Just like the thickest darkness and clouds are eliminated by the appearance of the sun. With this jnana, with this knowledge, this ahankara will be removed. Tamastamah karyam anartajalam nadrushyate satyudite dineshe tada advayam ananda rasana dhutahu navasti bandhu macha dukkha gandaha. So, tamaha tamah karyam, darkness and its effect, all that will disappear when the Dina Isha, the sun rises. Dina Isha rises. Tatha, similarly, Advayananda Rasana Bhutahu na asti bandho na dukkha gandaha. In that Advayananda, this dukkha gandaha, even a little vasana, this thing of dukkha is not there in that Advayananda. Right? We will see Monday. Right? Monday, Friday are my last 2 classes for Vivekachudamani to you. After that, a better qualified person will take and you will enjoy them. Are you? Om Purnamadaha Purnamadam. Amma? What? Somebody asked something? Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all. God bless you all.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Okay, Hari Om. Thank you, Ji.
Hari Om.
Thank
Hari
you.
Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, uncle.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, uncle. Thank you, uncle.
Thank you.